Hello, everyone. I'm Fred Oakman here with Mr. Jake Peters, and you're listening to PS This Is Awesome, a PlayStation podcast. This is episode 377, where we dive into our thoughts on all things PlayStation. Before we jump in, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/PS This Is Awesome, where you can also watch the video version of the podcast. You can check out our trophy list on the PSN. I'm Anchorless_81, and Jake is Jakesaw01. Send your thoughts to psthisisawesome@gmail.com. Share the show with friends, and don't forget to rate us. This podcast airs for free every Wednesday on your preferred streaming platform, but for those who sign up to our Patreon for just $1, you can join the one and only $1 Club and receive a die-cut vinyl sticker plus a shout-out on the show. Most times you also get the show a day or two early. Visit patreon.com/PS This Is Awesome to support us for only $1 a month. Remember, if you like the podcast and you don't want to sign up to Patreon, it does us a lot of good if you can, at the very least, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And with that out of the way, how are you doing today, Jake?
Excuse me. I'm doing, I don't know, fine. My roofing saga continues, so that's got me kind of in a sour mood.
Yeah.
Other than that, I am doing okay. Got a bit of a busy weekend lined up, I think. I'm drinking some of this like bubbly sparkling water. I don't know if we've talked about this on the show before. I know you don't like sparkling water for or something, right? You're not. You down.
Got a good memory. I don't prefer it, but we have a grocery outlet in Meadville, and they sell the Liquid Death sparkling water for 69 cents a can.
It's good.
And 69 cents a can, you can't beat that. So
wait, where is this at?
Grocery outlet at the Plaza.
Oh, they just the regular Liquid Death, or do they have the flavored ones?
It's the regular. They might have some flavored ones there, but it's the regular.
So like the black one?
Yeah, the black
one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
69 cents.
Dude, they're usually like $3.
Yeah, it's unreal. I don't know if when the skid's gone, it's gone, but I'm like the only one. Every week I go there, I just grab like 2 or 3, put them in the fridge.
Fuck, dude, I should stop in there and get some. That stuff's good.
Yeah, dude. But go ahead. Yeah. I'm not I don't love sparkling water. I will drink it when it's a deal like that because I'm on this diet right now. I'm trying to like get back my health.
Yeah. So I've been drinking this like the bubbly brand. People have probably seen it. It's everywhere. But it actually annoys the shit out of me that it says like in a pretty sizable font above the logo, non-alcoholic. Like they shouldn't have to put that on a fucking sparkling water. It's just like the way that our economy has driven sparkling beverages to where like alcoholic seltzers are so big now. Like to me, I wonder if it's on there because they're forced to put it on there, or if it's because they just like preemptively don't want people to confuse their beverage with like a fucking Truly or a White Claw or something like that.
I don't know. I hate this world.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a very weird thing. It's like, you know, putting these labels on cigarettes that say you're going to get cancer. It's like, no fucking shit. Cigarettes are bad for you. But like, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thought I had because I opened this to drink for the podcast and it just kind of made me think about it. But other than that, dude, getting hard in on the yard work. I've got dude, I mowed on Friday. We had got all that rain last week, so I wasn't able to mow. I mowed on Friday and it was, so I have my mower deck set at 3.5 inches and it was like 3+ inches over the mower deck when I was mowing. That's how deep the grass was because we got all that rain and the grass is just, this time of year just grows really fast. So I ended up so I mowed it on Friday. Saturday, I spent hours like weed whacking the whole property. And then I went around I spent so much time weed whacking that like, I don't know if this is bad or not, but dude, I just got literally weed and grass killer and sprayed every fucking part of my property I don't want to weed whack. So like the ditch, I have a 300-foot long ditch
it's all gonna be
that's
dirt.
like 3 feet deep. So I just sprayed the whole thing because it's like it's such a pain in the ass to weed whack, and like just around my barn and like some stuff. But then yesterday, so I mowed on Friday. Yesterday, Friday or Monday, I had to mow again because of how fast the yard's growing. But because it was so deep on Friday, there was all of the dried grass left over from when I mowed on Friday. So when I mowed yesterday, I mowed the grass plus just like dispersed all of the fucking dried grass. And bro, I could barely fucking breathe when I was done. Just like my sinuses and my eyes and like everything were just killing me. So, dude, the allergies are hitting me hard this year. I don't really know what that's about, but yeah, I don't know. Just a glimpse into the life of a homeowner. But I did take the motorcycle. I got my dual sport out Sunday, and we went for maybe an hour-long ride. So it was beautiful on Sunday. So that was kind of nice. Spent Mother's Day with the family. That was kind of nice. How about?
I think you cut out. You just all of a sudden disappeared on me. But I think you were asking how about me, and you may have to jump back into this call. But I kind of have exciting.
Did you have a good weekend?
Oh, there you are, dude. You are so delayed. Are you there?
Yeah.
In real time?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Such a delay.
Sorry.
Yeah, my weekend was nice. It's not your fault. My weekend was nice. Didn't do a whole lot. We postponed Hero Quest. I made some more progress on my car purchasing situation. Dude. Gave me a nice trade-in offer, at least what I think is nice for my hatchback, my Toyota Yaris hatchback at 16 years old. I found the window sticker when I was cleaning it out. I paid $12,500 for it. Brand new in 09.
That's
and
pretty crazy.
They're offering me $2,000 for a trade-in on it at 16 years old. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So
hell yeah.
I'm probably going to get a new car tomorrow, which is nice. I'm excited for it. Not excited to drop tons of money on it, but that's the way of the world right now. So it is what it is, and it could be actually getting worse. But that aside, we know that the offer for the Torpentines to be in the Girl Skateboards tape is no longer going to happen. We got kind of boned out of that, although the professional skateboarder who wanted us on there still wants us on there, but the skateboard company says no. And they don't know what good music is, but maybe, just maybe, the director of Pig Hill knows what good music is. There was a movie that was shot in Meadville, and it's a horror movie. Mm-hmm. And it had some pretty famous actors in it, and actresses. In fact, the one actress in it, her sister, is married to the guy from the band Bleachers. He's like a famous producer, music producer. He's like produced everybody's songs. I can get you the info in 1 second. But how this rolled out was, I just can't believe the way the world actually works. So Shane West is in this movie. He was in a movie called A Walk to Remember. And the main girl in the movie, her sister's married to Jack Antonoff, who's pretty famous. And the director, we were dicking around on a group chat last night, and I was just trying to get Keith going because that's fun for me, the drummer for the Torpentines. And I know he loves horror movies. And just out of nowhere, I remembered they had shot this movie 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago in Meadville. And it's called Pig Hill. It's based on a book. It's a scary movie. And they were trying to cast all kinds of extras and stuff to save money. It's an indie film. But rumor is that it's going to Cannes Film Festival, which is awesome. And I was joking with Keith, and I just said, hey, but for real, when is that movie Pig Hill coming out? That was last night. I never thought of it prior, since they filmed it here in that moment, because I was just trying to be a dickhead. And today, I shit you not, I got an email from the director, and they literally said, and I wrote him back, his name's Ted Watts. He says, hey, Fred, Ted Watts here. We're in the final stages of sourcing music for the film. We're working very quickly on this and are interested in a song of yours. Would you have time to discuss this today or tomorrow? Best, Ted. I wrote him back. I said, here's my number. I'm available after 5. And might be getting into some negotiations about having a song in a movie, which is cool. This will be the second movie I will have a song in if it happens. The problem is, every time we talk about something cool that happens to me, it just never fucking happens. And it's the story of my life. I get lucky very seldom. But, I mean, like, the luck isn't just getting the email. The luck is actually everything that comes after. Like, is it actually ever going to fucking happen? I don't know. That's like the Rowan Davis thing that just happened. But I don't even know what song the guy listened to or heard. Which means they've listened. If they had a song in mind, it could be a One Up by Land song. It could be Signal Home. It could be solo. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to be. If it's a solo song, all my works are registered with ASCAP, which is Musicians Guild. Part of my agreement with him will be they have to submit a cue sheet for the movie that gives me credit for that song on their movie. And whenever that movie is played, I can get royalties, played in front of like live audiences and stuff. I also am going to ask probably for a licensing fee. I don't want to just give them the song. Between you and I will. I'm not that pretentious. But I think in real industry where they have famous actors, semi-famous actors, like they should pay something to have my song. But I think they're on a tight budget is what I've read everywhere. And for whatever reason, they're trying to get music done really fast for it. And they're reaching out to a local dude, probably because they think they can underpay me and get something quality, which is, they're probably right. Sorry. So my phone is off silent, just in case I get a phone call. So I am on call technically right now. So don't mind the noises. Just taking care of business, guys. Just taking care of business. The other thing is, I'm doing all right. I haven't gotten the motorcycle out. My focus has been on the car, trying to get this deal locked in. Dude, something really shitty happened with this thing, too. I went back. So the listeners know the first story. And then I pitted dealer against dealer that week after I had walked in and the guy just didn't want to sell the car. And none of the dealers I had talked to could really even give me a competitive price on this vehicle. And I ended up writing this local shop, through the internet, and just said I was interested in the car because I noticed they had discounted it by like $1,200. And I'm like, well, now it's even cheaper. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And then there was like this promotion going on still. So I wrote them, and then I'm like, well, at least I won't get that guy that was kind of being weird, right? And then I got some woman named Danielle, and then she started talking with me, and then I started asking questions that were kind of more serious. She sent me to a guy named Dave. Dave starts talking to me. I start writing him emails, and then I get a phone call, and it's the guy. It's the fucking guy that like kind of was being weird on that Wednesday. And he must have saw my name and realized that he had talked to me briefly. But he's been nothing but nice since. So he apologized. He said it was a really busy Wednesday. He's excited to get me in a car. I'm sure he is. But he actually got me a good deal on a hitch. I asked him, like, if they could do something with the hitch at the dealer, how much it would cost. And he said, well, it's really the wiring and stuff that takes... It's kind of time consuming to wire those up. And he said, it's not like an easy plug and play hitch. Like we'd have to wire it. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, well, I could just send you up to the Knowles or whatever they're called. And he said, I can do a price comparison. I'm like, well, does it void the warranty if that dude puts a hitch on versus you guys? And he said, no, not at all. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he got me like a hitch installment and hitch quote, which would be half of what the dealership was going to charge me. So,
oh wow,
yeah, good on this guy for throwing me out that way. And the dude's really into motocross. He was showing me videos of his like son like running these fucking jumps and shit. So he seemed like a really cool dude. We hit it off after we started talking, but that's also his job. So we'll see. But that's really all for me, man. I've been just slammed with work, career job work, and life's been kind of busy. With that out of the way, let's get into games we're playing. Every episode we talk about games that we're playing. Jake, I am still on a quest to beat Octopath Traveler 2. I've now clocked 63 hours in this game. It's a fucking travesty. I can't get the time back. I wouldn't want it back, but man, I've now completed 4 of the 8 people's storylines. I have 4 people left. They're all leveled to a point where I can do it. I just have to sit down and do it. Each of these quests probably takes about an hour, their final quest. So I'll probably have them all knocked out. Maybe not by next week, but by the week after. And I'll be putting Octopath Traveler 2 to rest. I will say that my brother, and this is probably going to lead into what you're playing, my brother has now beaten Clair Obscur. And I told him that he needs to get on the podcast because he won't shut up about this game and how good it is. And it's annoying because he's just like, oh, man, you don't understand. I mean, the game's good. Like, it's real good. He's sending me these messages. And I'm just like, well, just get on the podcast and chew the fat with Jake for a minute about it. And he goes, no, I really don't want to spoil anything. It's like, well, you're not gonna. Just, you can do it vaguely. Oh, no. And then he posts this thing on Facebook, and it was just like, I'm not going to talk. He's like people even fucking care. But he just wrote like, I'm not going to talk about Clair Obscur because it's too good to spoil. But if you've beaten it, come find me. And it's like, that fucking kills me, man. But it's just so annoying. He can kill. He knows exactly what to say to get under my skin. Mother's Day was nice. Speaking of Seth, we play a little bit of cornhole on Mother's Day. I don't hang out with him very often. He's kind of busy as well. He's kind of a recluse, which I respect. I'm very much the same kind of person, unless I'm playing a gig. But Jake, what are you playing?
I'm still playing Clair Obscur. It's really good. I mean, it's still really good. I'm about, I don't know, I'm pushing like 13 hours into it, I think. So I'm not like super far, but according to what some people are saying, I mean, that should be maybe almost halfway through the game, but I'm still on Act 1, which is kind of confusing me. Let's look. How long to beat Clair... excuse me.
Wow.
Excuse me. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It says main story 6.5 hours, 26.5 hours. Main inside's 38 hours. So I'm like, let's say a third of the way through the game, maybe a little closer to a half. But I must be getting probably close to the end of the first act.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it. I mean, the combat is really, really fun. I am one of these people that I love the concept. It's like my relationship almost with Souls-like games, where it's like I love the concept of the build crafting that you can do in these types of games, but I get so overwhelmed with the whole idea of like sitting down and thinking about how I can build a character so that it's utilizing a strategy and all this shit. Like, I just want to like pick the moves I think are cool and then just fucking play the game. Like, I don't want to have to worry about like, if I have this character equipped with this and that character equipped with that, and they synergize on this and they do all this stuff together. Like, I love the concept of that. It's just that I have such limited time to play video games that like I don't want to spend all of it just in the menus kind of mulling all this shit over. But I understand that could very well be one of the biggest strengths of this game. But I haven't really struggled with the requirement of doing that at all.
Yeah.
But it is cool, like, whenever you realize, like, hey, if I just kind of utilize this character in this specific way against these specific enemies, I can fucking destroy them. But then, like, at the same time, if I screw up even a little bit, I get fucking annihilated. So there's definitely a huge, like, risk-reward kind of system with this. With the combat, but so I don't have all of the characters yet. I only have 4 characters at this point, and I've just been kind of experimenting with the newest character, which is not like a huge spoiler. Her name's like Sael or something like that. She has this weird like card system. One of the cool things about it is like it's kind of probably if I remember Octopath, I think maybe it had a little bit of a similar dynamic where it's like every character has their own like shtick that you have to learn, like their own power up system, their own like ability set that's unique to them specifically. And so far, every single one of them seems kind of cool, if I'm being honest with you. The one main character that you get like pretty much right away, her name is Mael, and she's like this fencer character. And it's so cool when you like get all her shit linked up because she can just do so much damage, but she's kind of glassy. Like she can take a lot of damage. She doesn't have a lot of health. But yeah, I'm it's fun whenever you get all of your ducks in a row and you get to do that one attack that just does like a shitload of damage. It really kind of hits home. I will say that like I'm 13 hours into this game and I still absolutely fucking suck at the active battle mechanics where you like dodge and parry. Like I'm like half serviceable, where it's like if I have played a particular enemy type a few times, I can kind of like gauge their hits. But like some of them, it's like I've played this enemy 5 times and there's this one specific attack that I just cannot get the timing on. And I don't know if that's just because I suck at video games or what, but I could see that particular aspect being a deterrent. But one of the things that I've been kind of thinking about is that maybe if you turn the game down to, because I'm playing it on normal, I wonder if you turn it down to easy, if it just kind of like limits the consequences of not being good at that.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Because like there are like a lot of the enemies, if you miss a dodge or something and they hit you, like sometimes they'll do like multi-hit combos and they'll fucking kill you in 1 or 2 hits. And so it's like you kind of have to get a little bit good at it, but I wonder if you drop the difficulty down, if it just like gives you a little bit more freedom there, a little bit closer to a normal like JRPG where you don't have to worry so much about the active systems. But yeah, otherwise I don't really have too much more to say about it. I'm really enjoying it. The other thing is that, and this isn't really a video game, but it's game related, is that I've been tinkering with emulators on my Steam Deck, and I'm not doing anything like illegal, at least as far as I know. But I have a Blu-ray drive for my computer, and so what I've been doing is I've been taking all of my PS1 and PS2 games and like ripping them myself, like making my own ROMs, so that because I think it's legal for you to emulate games if you made the ROM yourself from your own games that you own.
That's right. Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I have a handful of PS1 games and a whole stack of PS2 games that I've just been kind of ripping the ISOs to just kind of like dick around with. It's not like I'm not sitting here playing freaking PS1 games on it. It's more of like a curiosity to me, something I've just been kind of tinkering with. Mm-hmm. And I'll probably play with it some more. I just would like to get backups of all of my PlayStation 2 games just in case something ever happens to that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it though for me.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's real cool. I don't really have any listener feedback. I will note that the podcast episode, the last one we had on YouTube, got a lot of listens. I don't know what that was, but
nice.
More than normal. I mean, when I say a lot, I mean it's really not, but it is for us. But let's hop into the news. Every episode we talk about some news that hit while we've been gone. This episode we're running a day late for the patrons of the show, and I apologize. You're going to get the show the same time as everybody else. But the first news point is Helldivers II continues to reel their audience back in time after time with game updates. This time the PS Blog showcases Sony's most successful live service game by outlining a new battle against the Illuminate. So that's exciting. New update coming to Helldivers 2. And I am on a Helldivers group chat, and everybody is stoked about it. They said that it's a very big update. But this is, in fact, Sony's best live service game for the time being. So there's going to be new enemy types. And looking at the PlayStation blog, possibly different ways to customize your loadout and new skins kind of and other things. So big rollout for Helldivers 2 for those who have stepped away from it. If you want to jump back in, it sounds like this might not be a bad time. I don't know. It's just interesting. It's interesting. They said there's going to be jet fighters that support the enemies. And I don't know. That'll do like strafing runs against the Helldivers, which is interesting. So I don't know. It sounds like a cool update. I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear about it. Jake, anything on that?
Yeah, I mean, I never really got that deep into Helldivers. I only did like a handful of the missions, mostly just because, not that like I have anything against the game. In fact, I actually thought it was really cool. I don't think you get as much out of it playing it by yourself. Like, you kind of need to play with other people, and it just didn't really jive with me so much. So, but I'm excited for the people that are into it, and I'm always rooting for something like this to succeed because, you know, it helps PlayStation out, and it's good for people to have games like this to play that's not fucking Fortnite or Apex Legends or Call of Duty, like one of these other multiplayer games that is unique and special and different. And the fact that it's a Sony, owned IP is just kind of like a bonus, because you always kind of hope as a PlayStation gamer that the profits from something like that can be rolled back into your favorite first party games, like your Last of Us's and your I don't know, Ghost of Tsushima's and
right.
God of Wars and whatever. So,
or maybe just supporting Helldivers even more,
or maybe, yeah, even just doing something like, obviously just keeping the dream alive. So,
right.
But yeah, I don't have a lot to say other than I'm rooting for him.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, me too. Next news point. We know that Sony now owns EVO, which is the online, they do a lot of like fighting championships and stuff. But at EVO Japan, gamer Red Ditto, his Guilty Gear Strive Grand Finals run, Jake, was derailed by what looked like and presumably was an overheating PS5. The match had multiple pauses. By the time things resumed, the damage was done. Players are calling for better hardware management at tournaments as PS5 issues become more common. So this is kind of an interesting news point I found on Push Square. And ultimately, this guy had used a couple adapters and stuff too, so they don't know if it was compatibility error with the adapters and stuff he was using. They don't know if it was a PS5 issue per se. It could have been like a connection issue or something that was going on. But he definitely lost when the game froze up. And Sony sponsors this thing and owns EVO, so of course they're not going to let you run it on anything but PS5s. But I just thought this was kind of a funny news point. Yeah, wow. Sucks to be Red Ditto.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those things, though, where it's like, could this have just been a fluke?
Yeah. Maybe.
Like, could it just have been that PS5? I'm not saying that this guy isn't entitled to being upset. I mean, clearly, if he was on some sort of record-breaking run...
Well, it was a tournament, right? So he was like at it was like the final match or something. It was like this big fucking match, this live match against an opponent. And his an online match or something. It was done through the network, Oh,
and there's probably money on the line too.
Oh yeah,
so
probably.
I imagine like they should have just redid the match.
I don't know what they did. They said he lost though.
Like I feel like I mean, maybe they did redo it, but I feel like the only way that that's fair is if it's not the gamer's fault, it's the hardware's fault, that they almost have to redo the match. But yeah, I mean, that sucks. hopefully this isn't like an indication of like a deeper issue with PS5s, but I've had mine for 5 years, and guess this is the fifth year, or is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like 4.5 years, and I haven't, thankfully, to this point, had any issues with it. So I figured it would have been ironed out at this point, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but that sucks. But we'll move on. Fallout Season 2 hits Amazon Prime this December, Jake, and it's already been renewed for a third season. The next season is going to go to the Mojave Desert in post-apocalyptic New Vegas, which hints at a heavy New Vegas inspiration. With over 100 million viewers, Amazon's on building out the wasteland for a long haul. So I like this. I like the first season. I didn't watch the second one because it's not out yet. It comes out in December, but I did really enjoy the first season of Fallout, and renewed for a third already before season 2 even airs. So Amazon's cashing in. I'm starting to grow a little more leery of. I'm so tired. A little more apprehensive about these video game crossover things, because it's becoming like the new thing. Like it used to, for a long time, it was just like comic books, and now it seems like the new thing is now video games.
I just think that companies are looking for a way to just, it's like they're always going to make movies, they're always going to make new video games, they're always going to make new music. They're just looking for ways to avoid risk, and the easiest way to avoid risk is to use something that's already been created that people already like.
Yeah, something that's just proven.
And then not take a chance on anything new. That's why we're gonna get, a million freaking superhero movies. We're getting another fucking Superman movie. It's getting ready to come out.
It'll tank.
And so it's whatever. I mean, I really enjoyed the first season of Fallout, and I'm looking forward to the second season of Fallout. I think it's weird that they renewed for the third season without even having the second season out.
Yeah.
But maybe they're doing it just so that they can get the third season kind of
started.
Yeah, started, and so it's not such a long wait between seasons.
Yeah, you got to keep the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, because it is kind of one of those things now, like 2 years between, 2.5 years almost between The Last of Us season 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's a little long.
It's so long.
Especially because there's I don't even think there's 10 episodes. I think there's like 8 episodes or something.
There's 7 episodes in season 2.
That's crazy.
So it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I get it. It's a big budget. You got to do your thing or whatever. But I'm just like, I'm so just out of it at that point. Dude, I've only watched the first 3 episodes of The Last of Us. There's 5 episodes out now, and I just haven't seen the last 2.
Yeah.
And I'm just not anxious to watch it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just I just need to wait until it's all out and just kind of sit there and watch it like kind of back to back.
Yeah.
But it's not grabbing me in the way that the first season did. And so I wonder if the novelty is going to wear off on these things, and the novelty being that we're surprised that they're good. And it's like, now that we're not surprised that they're good anymore, they just fall into the pile with the millions of other TV shows and things that we can watch at any given time on streaming services. So does that mean the cream doesn't rise to the top anyway? I imagine it probably will. And I am, like I said, I am excited for Fallout because it is so different than pretty much anything else that's on TV. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see it in December, apparently, which is in 7 months.
Yeah. All right, let's talk a little about Grand Theft Auto 6. David O'Reilly, a former Rockstar developer, indicates that Grand Theft Auto 6 didn't enter full production until 2018 after Red Dead 2 wrapped up. That means its actual dev cycle may be closer to 8 years and not the speculated 12. Still pretty massive, but you toss COVID into that mix and the huge leak that happened. And honestly, it makes a little bit of sense. And, oh man, that guy's calling me, Jake. Why don't you finish this up? I got to take this call.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Hello.
So yeah, the news is that it's been 8 years, not 12, since GTA 6 entered full production. But it's like, I mean, come on, they were probably working on it in pre-production and some like testing capacity and development and stuff like that right after GTA 5 came out. Like they were probably already sort of workshopping the game. So to say, yes, it's probably only been in full production for 8 years, but more than likely it's been in some form of production, pre-production or otherwise, for longer than that. Fred also has a note here on the GTA, the second trailer for GTA 6, which they shared or they posted after the I guess it's not necessarily unceremonious, but the delay of GTA 6 until May 26th of 2026. It's a lot of sixes. But it looks really good. Fred has a note here. I'm just going to read it verbatim. He says, some fans think the GTA 6 trailer looks too good to be real, but Rockstar says it's running on a standard PS5. The trailer mixes cutscenes and light gameplay with Digital Foundry confirming 1440p visuals and ray tracing. A few rendering flaws even add to its credibility. This is the real deal. Yeah, the trailer is incredible. I mean, it's like it's almost like it's a story trailer. So there's a lot of like story based kind of stuff in it, but it centers around the main two characters and their in a relationship together. It seems like the main character gets the male character seems to go and get the female character out of prison, and then it's like about their. It almost seems like a kind of like a not a smash cut, like a what do they call that? A montage of like their day-to-day relationship where it's like they're doing all this crazy shit, robbing banks and going to clubs and stuff, and then there'll be like a scene like in the trailer where they come home and they're just kind of sitting on the couch together, like snuggling up watching TV. And there's a lot of like hot and spicy interactions between the two of them. And yeah, the trailer looks absolutely incredible. I have a hard time, like, obviously I believe them when they say that it's running on a standard PS5. If it is running on a standard PS5 and it's running at like a steady 30 frames, that's unbelievable. It's because it looks so good, even in the compressed sort of like YouTube kind of format. But like it's really hard to describe. But yeah, the main characters looking sexy, the environments looking incredible, a lot of sweat and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of stalling at this point because Fred's on his phone call. I don't know if I should move on to the next news point or not. But I'll tell you what I'm gonna do in the meantime is I'm just gonna go to Video Games Chronicle just because I'm curious about what's going on over there. I know Fred doesn't frequent this website that often. And there's always some interesting stuff. Oh, so Stellar Blade is apparently set to hit PC in June with new features, according to a leaked trailer. I wonder what kind of new content it's going to have. So, according to the trailer, 25 new costumes, new boss battle, higher resolution textures, DLSS and FSR Japanese and Chinese voiceover, multi-frame generation, unlock frame rate, ultra-wide support, DualSense support, pre-order outfit, and more. Most of that is relevant to PC stuff. It's not relevant to console players. However, I will say this. The modders are going to make this thing fucking heinous. I can say that with absolute certainty. I mean, the game is already a pretty sexy game, and they're just gonna, I don't know, man. They're gonna do some stuff with these characters. I guarantee it. But I'm just kind of looking at this. They have the trailer, the leaked trailer is on Twitter. I'm looking at the Twitter post now. It's by Okami13_ is the guy that is that leaked it. And man, I forgot, like, this game is so good. It really is so good. So I really recommend, if you're into like tactical combat, third-person action games, that you give this one a shot. I think it's actually pretty freaking dope that there's 25 new costumes, because that was part of like the cool thing about this game. When you like, one of the cool things about this game was when you were like the collectibles, I guess you could say, was the actual costumes that you can get. Not because, like, you know, from a Gooner perspective, but just because, like, a lot of them are pretty creative. So it's like in a lot of these games, it's the same thing with like Spider-Man when it came out on PS5. I'll collect all the costumes and I'll look at all of them, but I very rarely change my character's costume to one of these alternate costumes. And if I do, it's because it's like something subtle and like it's like kind of that I really enjoy. It's not because it's like this really crazy flashy costume or like hyper sexy or something like that. I don't typically get down for that when I'm playing a game. There's something similar going on with the Clair Obscur, where you can find and buy costumes and hairstyles and stuff for the characters. And I've been like unlocking them all as I find them as I go. But excuse me. I just kind of look at them and then I go back to the default costumes and kind of continue on, because even though I like the way that they look, it's like I was talking about that Mael character earlier, the fencer girl. She's like, I think she's supposed to be 15 or 16 in the game, and she has this like really rad expeditioner's outfit, and then one of the costumes that you get is like her like civilian clothes from the prologue of the game. And I'm like, oh, this outfit is cool. It's like a very like casual French kind of classic outfit. But I don't want to like be in this post-apocalyptic just wasteland of France battling these monsters in this like cute little overalls and like stripy shirt with a you know, a neckerchief on. You know, it doesn't fit the tone. And there's like I unlocked this like shorter hairstyle for her, which like I think it looks good, but it changes the character too much. I'm like, oh, that's not the character I've been playing with. So, but I do enjoy collecting these things and looking at them in the games. And if you want to go back full circle to the Grand Theft Auto thing that we were talking about previously, is that I guarantee you there's going to be infinite customization with your character in this game. So, yeah, I don't know. But it looks like Fredley's back.
I am back.
So,
dude, I swear I have the worst luck ever. So here's what happened. Yeah. I said, do you have a song in mind? And he's like, yeah, man, for sure. And he goes, we really like that song, The Road. And I go, of course you do. I said, that's a split I did with my buddy Donnie. That's not even me. I said, it's not even me. And he was like, oh, it's not? He goes, well, dude, I really like everything I heard on your website. That was just one that we felt fit the vibe of what we were going for that part of the movie. And I was like, dude,
that's funny.
I was like, let me shoot you some links, some MP3s, because I have tons of stuff. and then maybe you can find something. You know what I mean? So I gotta get.
So funny.
It's unbelievable. My luck is so bad. It's absolutely unbelievable.
How did he not know?
Dude, I can't make this shit up, I swear to you.
Like, does it not say when you look at the songs, like, who the artist is?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's on my website because it's the last release I did was that split with Donnie. So on Bandcamp, It lists all the songs, but I think it might say under my name, like it might be like Fred Oakman, but when you click on the song itself, I think it might say Donnie Consolate or something. Anyways, it drives me crazy. I'm so annoyed. I've got probably like 300 fucking songs, and the one that they decide they want to hear, there's only 2 songs on my website that aren't mine. I can't make this shit up, dude. Anyways.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. I got to try to email him some stuff, though. He wants some MP3s to pass on to the guy. So anyways, we'll make the rest of this podcast. We'll get through it pretty quick, but I got to get this out to him. Opportunities like this, you just got to be direct and get it to him. So you talked about Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I went on a little diatribe and then like started talking about Stellar Blade because there was a news article about that, and so yeah.
I'm sorry, listeners. Yeah,
no, you're good.
I'm glad everybody's on this. Now there will be a follow up next week about how this whole thing shook out. Naughty Dog's new sci-fi game, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, stars, I don't know how to say her name, Tati Gabrielle as a bounty hunter on a cursed planet. And the reveal stirred up, Jake, a lot of praise and a lot of toxic backlash. So Gabrielle addressed the hate, saying that Neil Druckmann, the director, reassured her they're making something beautiful together. The game explores themes of faith, not just religion, but belief in self, community, and purpose. So they're trying to get ahead of this shit. There's so much backlash, and it's just a trailer. No one's even played the fucking game. This kind of shit kills me. And
oh, dude, it makes me so mad.
I know.
I think the trailer looks so good.
Yeah.
I actually really like the more I kind of absorb what we saw in that first trailer, the more I actually kind of like the main character's like attitude and sort of style, and like I don't know, man. I just don't understand why people just have to be douchebags about stuff.
Dude,
like,
The Last of Us season 2 is getting review bombed.
Well, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
It's Naughty
because
Dog,
Ellie's a lesbian,
and it's Naughty Dog shit.
So it's like it's just like, bro, it's fine. Like just because the main character is a woman doesn't mean it's woke, or because she's Asian doesn't mean it's woke. Doesn't mean it's bad. I could guarantee you with absolute certainty that this game is going to be fucking amazing. Regardless of whether or not it's for you personally,
yeah,
it's going to be amazing. I don't technically speaking, Elden Ring is not for me, but I can say without a doubt that game is incredible. So why can't people just be a little bit more like, yeah, like it's okay. It's okay. You know,
yeah.
it's not like because Naughty Dog made this game, that doesn't mean that, you know, Call of Duty doesn't still exist, or what other freaking, you know, stuff that you're into. I don't know. I get it. It's like, oh, what do you want them to just make another Uncharted? Maybe. I mean, if that's what they're gonna do, but
yeah,
I don't know. It makes me so just tired, man. Why don't you wish that like you could collectively grab these people and just shake them like a baby?
Yeah, dude, I wish I could.
Not that you should shake a baby, I'm sorry. That was, but it just like it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I'm legitimately looking forward to it. For sure.
I am too. I think it's going to be good, dude. As I'm getting these songs transferred over to this folder. Let's go to the next news point. And the next news point is Doom. Jake, the Dark Ages. The physical PS5 copies are going to be shipping with just 85 megabytes on the disc. Basically a fancy download key, just like Indiana Jones earlier this year. It's another blow to disc-based game preservation. Fans aren't happy, especially with the tiny internet required note on that's buried on the box.
It's we're just getting closer and closer, man. I mean, we're gonna get to a point here very quickly where it's all gonna be this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're on PS6. They're gonna sell you an external disc drive for another $100 or $150 if you want to buy one, and yeah, they're gonna sell you physical copies of the game if you want to buy one. But it's all digital, baby. You're downloading everything. It has nothing to do with the disc. You're just literally buying that freaking disc drive, and you're buying those discs to just fill up landfills and take up space in your house and give Sony more money.
Yeah.
That's all it's going to be. So you might as well... Dude, Steam and PC gaming has been all digital for literally almost 20 years at this point. Not quite that long. 15 years. And not a single person in that ecosystem complains about there not being digital games or not being physical games. And so you know with absolute fact that this is where console gaming is going to. Why fight it? I know why people want the game preservation thing. I get it, but it's like most of you people aren't game preservationists. It's just that's just an excuse.
I mean, that's
you
true.
just don't want to change.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess,
dude, I don't have. I've had my PS5 for, like I said, 4.5 years or whatever it is now, and I have not one single physical PS5 game.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but you're right. It's going that way, dude. It is going that way, 100%. But so be it. Quick news point: Death Stranding 2 has gone gold.
Yeah.
That's the news point.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm excited for this game. I don't know if I'm going to play it right away because isn't it like June something, right?
Yeah.
Death Stranding 2 is like June 20 something.
It's coming right the hell out.
Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
What dude, what song on My Gasoline
June
Heart?
24th. June 24th. What's that?
What's a good song on My Gasoline Heart that would fit? I put It Haunts You on this list. I'm gonna.
Dude,
sing.
I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about this movie. How am I supposed
It's
to?
a horror movie.
So, I mean, that doesn't mean that it's not. You know, there aren't like, you know, different moods throughout the movie. I'm sure it's not just like straight up axe grinding the whole time. Let's see. Bandcamp.
Dude, I'm just putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm giving him 6 songs.
Freed Oakman.
Jesus. I'm giving him Come to Grips, dude. That's a great song. I'm just going to attach these. And just see if he's interested in any of these. I mean, they should all... He said, like, it's the 6th. It's the 6th spot for... He said they are... showing it at Cannes, but instead of having the actual music in it, they just put in some loose like compositions that kind of give the vibe. But he also said the guys in charge of the music is going to do like a fucking release of all the songs from it as an ode to this area, which is kind of a great idea. And he said there might be some profits from that. But I got to just get this email out, dude. Let's get back into... Last news point. Mafia, The Old Country, just dropped a new gameplay trailer. Jake showing off gritty 1900s Sicily with brutal action and cinematic flair. It's a $50 story-driven linear experience that launches August 8th on the PS5. And Hangar 13 says it's all about tight storytelling without the massive time sink. This sounds awesome. And looking at some of the trailer shit for $50, it looks like a fucking Uncharted style game. As far as like the third person action, cover system, it looks cool, dude. And if it's mob shit, I'm all in.
It looks rad. Do you know when it comes out? It comes out this summer too, right?
Yeah, I just said it comes out August 8th.
August 8th, right. Sorry, I know,
I'm distracted right now.
I was reading. I was trying to catch up. August 8th, it comes out. I'm actually excited for this game. I haven't played any of the Mafia games, so I don't know if there's any reason for me to go back. Like, I was interested in playing Mafia Definitive Edition, the remake of the first game, but I don't know if it's really necessary to be able to play this game. But you're right, it does look good. I do like the idea of it being like kind of a more linear, sort of straightforward game rather than this like sprawling open world game. And I like the fact that I like the time period. I like that it's in Sicily, which is like a weird, I don't know that I've ever played a game that took place in Sicily, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's great. I'm excited. I did not watch this trailer, so I can't comment on it, but all the trailers I've seen up to this point look fantastic.
Yeah, dude.
So
it looks right up my alley. Let me see here. That's it for the news. We have some new games coming out this week. Every episode we talk about different games coming out every week. New games this week: Death End Request Code Z, Labyrinth of the Demon King, Palia, Slender: The Arrival VR, The Precinct. This actually looks kind of good. The Precinct looks good. I've got a good review up on Push Square. Super Engine GT Turbo Spec, American Arcadia, City Bus Manager, Doom: The Dark Ages, Get Out: A Very Bad Dream Story, Nebulous Ray, Shovel Knight Dig, Smash Drums, which is a VR rhythm game, Yasha: Legends of the Demon Blade Capcom Fighting Collection, which looks awesome, and Neon Apex Beyond the Limit. So that's where I'm at on those. It is what it is. I'm not overly enthused about any of those, but
I mean, Doom's gonna be fucking awesome, and Tekken, or not Tekken, what did you say? Capcom Fighting Collection is probably gonna be good. I haven't played Shovel Knight Dig. It's like it's like the Shovel Knight spin-off game. But I have a hard time believing it's bad if it's coming from Yacht Club, given the pedigree of Shovel Knight and all of that kind of stuff. But dude, I don't know what the hell any of these other games are. I mean, there's just so many games, and it could, for all I know, these games are all absolutely amazing. But the only one in this list that I give a shit about is Doom: The Dark Ages. Yeah. And unfortunately, if I keep playing Clair Obscur, I'm probably not going to get to Doom right away because it comes out the end of this week. So I'm probably not going to get to it for a couple weeks anyway. But I'm really excited to play it whenever I do get there.
Yeah, dude. I don't know the next game I plan on playing at all. You know?
Did you see this news point? I was just kind of browsing when you were outside. I was browsing on Video Games Chronicle, and there's a news point about apparently the creator of the guy who does Tekken wants to add an official Waffle House stage in Tekken.
Wow. Because
so many people get in fucking fistfights at Waffle House in the middle of the night. And so he says, but he's unable to like get a hold of Waffle House to get their permission to do it. So they're like talking about maybe doing like a kind of a tribute stage that's like similar to like a Waffle House, which is pretty fucking funny.
Well, I'm all about it. I don't understand why some things are so hard to coordinate. Like, you'd think that something Waffle House would be like, yeah, let's fucking go. But
yeah, they should lean into it.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it'd be rad.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is that you probably don't even know how to reach them. You know what I mean? It's like every famous celebrity, or anytime I've tried to reach out to somebody for some real advice about music or what they use to record a certain song, or like what guitar they're using or pickups they're using. And I'm not even talking A-list, super big time actors or musicians. I'm talking like smaller dudes. Like there's no way to contact them. So like,
dude, but this guy is like a head at like a major video game development company. You would think that he would have the resources to be able to get a hold of someone's in PR at Waffle House to throw this up the chain. I mean, but who knows? I mean, maybe not. Maybe Waffle House is oblivious, or maybe they want nothing to do with it, which I guess I could kind of understand that, but I don't know, man. I think it's just they should just lean into it, let people have a little bit of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I agree. Well, anyways, that's weird. But that's really all there is for the show today. I don't have anything else. I'm trying to take care of business while I'm taking care of business after taking care of business all day at work today. So I'm in business mode. I apologize if I kind of tuned out when that dude called. I just figured some shit was going to go sideways because that's how it works. They have like this guy that's in charge of all the music and stuff. And that's the song he saw on my website. He was like, that's the one. And it's a horror movie. You'd think maybe the song titled It Haunts You would be a good choice. But no, it's all right. I'm just being bitter and fucking whatever. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. It's not over yet. He sounded like he could be interested in sending some of my songs over to this guy to have him take a listen. All right, well, shit. That's all I have to say. And Jake, do you have anything you want to say before we close out?
Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna go make some dinner, probably, or I don't know. Maybe Sarah's already making dinner. I'm not really sure. I'm watching a lot of playoff hockey, so maybe I'll do some of that. Then I gotta mentally prepare myself for dealing with the fucking roofer tomorrow, because it's gotten to the point where like I just like it literally is affecting my mental health. That's like how much it is stressing me out.
Dude, I get it. I get it. Totally.
And so it's like, because like I'm at the point where I have to be an asshole about it, and I really don't like being that kind of person.
Yeah, I don't enjoy being that person either. You got to be assertive.
Right. So, that's all very, very stressful for me. But other than that, yeah, keep it real. And
hell yeah.
See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 377. P.S. This is Awesome, a PlayStation podcast. Apologies for all the interruptions today and the disjointed delivery of the show. Jake held it down, and for that, I am grateful. So, we'll see you next week. Like Helldivers II, and Hell is us. P.S. This is awesome.
This is awesome.